Hello, hello, and hello, beautiful people. Oh, snap, of the internet. We are going to do a reading. We're going to use this Tarot's The Five Tricks to find the root of a romantic conflict, find the lovers, the cards on either side are conflicts surrounding the relationship. The relationship. It's funny because the lovers was at the bottom of this deck when I pulled it out the box. So I didn't know if I was going to use this deck, which is the Millennial Tarot, or if I was going to use Find Your Magic. So I decided on the Millennial Tarot, and lo and behold, the lovers were at the bottom, which confirms that we need to find out what's going on in a relationship. Lovers doesn't necessarily have to mean a romantic relationship. This is any type of relationship where there's some type of agreement, some type of contract. It could be business partners. It could be family members, friends. It's a choice. You made this choice to be in this connection. You made this choice to adhere to whatever rules that were set upon in this connection. So yes, I think we're going to start from the bottom up. Yeah? Say yes? I feel like I sound like Lady Oshun. That is a tarot reader. Well, she has a channel. She is a tarot reader, but I didn't know if saying she was a tarot reader was diminished anything. But Lady Oshun. Oshun could be significant in terms of the Santeria. Maybe that is significant to someone. So let us look for the lovers and see what is going on in this connection. I bet you it'll be so jacked up if it's at like the top of the deck and something said to do the top. Do the top. Something said to go from the top, but my hard-headed behind was like, no, we said the bottom. So this could be a lesson in listening to one's intuition with regard to a choice in a relationship or a relationship in general. You know, it would be so jacked up if this is really at the top of the... And look how far... Okay. Look how far down we are. So we got the lovers with Sorry Not Sorry on one side. Seven of Vibes. And then on the other side, we have Girls Trip. Six of Thoughts. Okay. So the lovers is Gemini energy. We said deals with the planet Mercury. It's about communication. It's about intellect. The tenderest. This connection, this relationship is something that could have formulated online. Maybe in this connection there's a lot of more like online communication as opposed to in person. This could be someone that you have not met yet with Sorry Not Sorry here. For some reason it gives me like catfish vibes, where this person is like, hey, I'm gonna be in your city, we have this girls trip planned, like what are you up to? And this person has their hand up and they're like, oh shit, you know, that weekend I got such and such planned. No, I'm not gonna be able to make it. Sorry Not Sorry. This person has something to hide. Ironically, this is the masculine on this side and this is the feminine on this side. This looks like a masculine energy and these are feminine energies over here. This person here wants a... So the Six of Swords is this energy of moving towards a tranquil situation. This is someone who may have had difficulties in the past with other relationships, if this is business, other business partnerships. Whatever connection this person had in the past, that connection was a lot one-sided. It was a lot one-sided, where this person gave more than they received. This person was hit with someone who was manipulative, played games, played on this person's emotions. So this person, I don't know if it could be that this feminine energy is looking at things from more of a dreamy energy, where you leave something, like, you leave something toxic, and then the first good thing that you find is like the end all to be all, but it's not really. That could be the case. But it could be that this person has healed past that Five of Swords energy, and now they're here in the Six of Swords, where they're celebrating themselves, celebrating with friends, doing things that they weren't doing before, or having the freedom to be able to do those things. So this person's mindset is on maybe being in a connection that is reciprocal. I want to spend time with you. I want to travel with you. I want you to meet my friends. I want to meet your friends. Like, I want that type of connection. This person here, though, has the seven of vibes. Typically, it's the Seven of Wands, which is someone who could be defensive, protective. This is someone who could be very protective of their beliefs. So it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is an asshole, but it could mean that this person is very set in their ways, and they're set in how they move about the world. Say this person was married before, and now they don't believe in marriage anymore. They don't want to be married again. They're fine with being in a connection. We could live together. We could love each other. But I don't want to do the marriage thing. I believe that doing that messes things up. Just say that's this person's beliefs. This is the sorry, not sorry. That's how I feel. I said what I said. So this person is not being defensive, but this is someone who's ideally standing their ground. And you can either take it or you can leave it. So I think that the issue within this connection is a difference of beliefs. Maybe this person also feels like it may be a little too early to do this type of stuff. Like, I don't know, this person may have wanted this masculine energy to go on like the vacation with the girls trip. You know how you have that one friend that like they bring their man. my man. Oh, this person may get a little clingy too. It's ironic that the cards that are left here at the bottom are both thoughts cards. The Six of Thoughts. Oh wow, the Two of Thoughts and the Four of Thoughts equals the Six of Thoughts. So this is, to be honest, I don't know what direction to go. This is someone who's not sure about something. This is the Four of Thoughts. This is self-care. This is someone who has sat down and taken the time to heal past the situation and come out of it with a different perspective. They've healed it, or they are healing it, because healing is an ongoing process. But it's the thoughts energy. It's the air energy. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Gemini is very significant in this reading, as a matter of fact. And Libra. Libra talks about partnership. It talks about fairness. It's like the energy is not aligned. At this present time, the best way I can explain this without making it, I hope it doesn't sound confusing, but it's like right now you're not equally yoked. You're not vibing at the same frequency. You're not on the same page. You may be in the same book, but you're not on the same page right now. And this person, because things are not moving the way they want it to, they get in their head and they allow, this person is all thoughts. When it comes to this, it's all, sorry, I'm all over the place. This person gets in their head, they get in that Eight of Swords energy, where it's like their thoughts are fucking with them. The things that they haven't healed start fucking with them. Their insecurities start fucking with them. So if this person says, no, I don't want to go on a vacation with your girls, that's a girls trip, enjoy it with your friends. So this may not be a catfish. For some it is, because it came up. But for the most part, I feel like this is just two people at different stages in this relationship. This person, there's a lot of thought process going on with this individual here. This is the air sign card, Gemini. This is the thoughts card, Aquarius. This is the thoughts card, Libra. It's like this person goes through so many different emotions because of the scenarios they play out in their head. And this person here is on this taking care of self with the eye there. This person could be a first-time homeowner, this masculine energy. But this person is very independent, very grounded. This person is grounded. And this person doesn't spend a lot of time with a lot of other people either. They spend a lot more time with themselves. If it's just even in the house or doing stuff around the house, maybe they're the type of person that does their own upgrades on their home, or they're like a mechanic and they do their own, work on their car. This person is like, look, with the festival goer. This person may be more outgoing. That's something else that seems like it might be an issue. This person may be more of a homebody, and this person may like to travel and do a lot of, look. We have the High Priestess with the festival goer. That's a whole concert. We have went viral. This is like a party, a celebration. Yeah, this person is a lot more outgoing. This person is laid back. Even with the girls trip, again, another getaway. This person could be a fire sign because of, I think of all the activities and all the movement. It gives me someone with a very vivacious type of energy. Where this person could be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Maybe even, no, I think an earth sign. I was going to say maybe a water sign, because it seems like this is someone who just goes with the flow of the energy. There's not, if it's a hell yes, then it's a hell yes. But if it's not hell yes, it's hell no. This person doesn't gravel back and forth with decisions because they follow their intuition. All right, let's find out what you can do to, I guess, help this connection. I wasn't I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I really wasn't. Alright. What can we do to help this connection? And even look, the way that he's facing her and she's kind of facing him, but she's more like facing us. This person could be a little vain. As we saw that went viral. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that might be a confirmation. This person is someone who puts a lot of importance on their like outward appearance. This is also someone who may not communicate well. Like he's looking at her, he's ready to have this conversation, and she's looking to the side. This person may be someone who texts more. They feel more comfortable writing how it is that they feel. So they may have a issue with confrontation or being able to express their feelings freely. This person came out as all thoughts. This person is always worried about what someone thinks about them or how they feel about them. The ego for this person is here because there is a lot of insecurity with how they feel about themselves. Okay. Look, the Hierophant is at the bottom. The spiritual lessons. Let's see, what can what can help this situation? What can help this situation? We have Justice. That's that Libra energy. That's being able to, in the Page of Swords, that's communication. Opening up, truly feeling. This Justice card, this woman, she looks all beautiful and shit. This is like the lighter side, the side that you present because you think it's just like acceptable, but you don't sometimes show your true emotions about something. Maybe because like this energy here may be afraid to express their true feelings about something because they're used to mind games. They're used to people walking away. They're used to people not putting a lot of energy into them or care. So they kind of learn to bottle up. This would be someone whose feelings can get hurt over something someone would say, but because they got clowned about it in the past, or someone tried to gaslight them and like, oh, you're too emotional, you're too sensitive. Now this person hides that type of stuff. So instead of speaking about it, they put it on this front like it's okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be anything terrible, like the person was trying to make fun of them. But you know how sometimes you could be sensitive about something that someone says, and to everyone else it's a small thing, but to you it's a big thing. And it's just what they on the field. I'll give you an example. I was play fighting with like my first ever boyfriend. I think I was like 16 or 17. And we were playing around and he pushed me. And not pushed like he was trying to hurt me, but pushed like, nah, get off me, get off me. And I started to feel some type of way. Like I felt like he was rejecting me. And it was a small thing because we were playing around initially. Like you wouldn't think that that would have happened, but it triggered something in me in terms of maybe a trauma of feeling rejected or feeling pushed away. So it could be something like that that triggers this person here. This individual here needs to come clean about how they feel, about why, maybe even explaining to this individual why they feel the way they feel. Because when we could truly understand something, it's a beautiful thing. You know how people typically, if someone was to be able to lift a 2-ton car because their child was under it, people would more or less look at this person not like they are a god within themselves, but that there's something wrong with them, or like, it'll be less like study them. It wouldn't be just a deal. No fiata. I don't know. I'm going around in circles right now. All I'm trying to say is there needs to be some type of communication. Justice, Libra energy. The Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. I need you to understand this is the book of me. I need you to read this book of me. This is the shit that I went through in my past, in my family, in my household. This is the shit about me that makes me tick. This is why I feel some type of way when you do such and such. And look, we talked about the Five of Swords, and here's the Five of Swords right here. Something to do with relationships and love. That's the Lover's card in this deck. The Queen of Swords, someone who experienced some shit in their past in terms of love that has it's hurt them in a way that they may close themselves off to some degree. They're not truly or fully open because they're afraid of getting pushed away. They're afraid of getting hurt. What else can we do? So communication, like really communicating, expressing your feelings. And I feel as if, like I said, this person is facing you. This sorry, not sorry, I don't feel as if this person isn't someone that you can depend on, or this isn't someone that you can find just so they're not solace in. But I also feel like this person has beliefs that they want to stand by, and there's no wavering of those. And it doesn't have to be anything terrible. My husband, when we first started, I guess, dating, living together, he said don't curse at him. He doesn't curse. He didn't curse at all then. He curses some now. But don't curse at him. Even if we're having like some type of disagreement, don't do that. Now, I've come from relationships where there was a curse out. There were curse outs. There was cursing. But it wasn't like he was trying to be controlling. That's something that he didn't like. We shouldn't have to be in a discussion and be talking to each other that way. Because we shouldn't be arguing either. We should have discussions. We should be talking about how we feel. We may not agree with each other. The discussion may get a little heated because we're both passionate about the way we feel. But if we can listen, and we can allow ourselves to at least listen, to try to understand, not listen to get past the conversation, but listen to try to understand. We would solve a lot more things if we could put ourselves in other people's shoes. We really would. Look, the Knight of Swords at the bottom, more air energy. Communication is important in this relationship. Truthful, clear communication. Maybe some type of therapy would be helpful. Or having some place where there's like a mediator. Five of Swords coming back out. And that little bird, the crow, that is pecking in this person's ear. This is all that past shit that comes up when it deals with this relationship. When this person starts to feel some type of way in this relationship, this female energy, these thoughts start to creep up. These thoughts that she's not good enough, that this person is gaslighting her, that this person is just playing on her emotions. It's like, because we have the Chariot here at the bottom, it's like the feeling of moving, but still you're not going anywhere. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. Driving around in circles, there's no direction. If you drive into conflict with the Five of Wands, you're trying to move away from conflict when you jump in this car. And so this is someone who might run away from their problems. If a discussion gets too heavy, this person leaves. But it only creates more conflict. It only creates more problems. Communication is the biggest problem in this connection. Look at all these Swords cards that are out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Justice, 5. The Lovers, 6. One more card, please. How can we help? Someone needs, this person here needs to talk to someone. Look, the 6 of Swords. More Swords energy. Here, 6 of Thought. That's what the 6 of Swords is. This person allows themselves, maybe they even allow themselves to get, just so they don't take the opinions of others on too strongly. This would be someone who would go to their friends and say, yeah, he said that when he argues, he doesn't want to curse. And their friend is like, how you going to tell you how to curse? How to argue. The 2 of Swords at the bottom. 2 of Thoughts. 2 of Swords. It's time to take this mask off. It's time to stop listening to other people and listen to yourself. It would be, and listen to love. Listen to love. This reminds me of someone like a therapist. Someone may really truly need to see someone and just speak about, if not see a therapist, then open up to the person that you are in this connection with. This person is ready for that. They're ready for that. You both have the 6 of Swords on either side of you. This one is like, I'm going to be there for you, but there's still things that I'm not going to compromise. And you know this already. You know how I feel about these things. It was fine before you started talking to your girlfriends and they started, talking in your ear. Every time I turn around, they just talking in your ear. It's so ironic. Look at all these swords that came out and have repeated themselves. 2 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and that this 2 and this 6 bring us to the 8. The self-sabotage energy. But this person here with this 2 of Swords is, I like this 2 of Swords because this person looks like they're taking off this blindfold. They've seen what they needed to see. And now it's like they're opening their eyes. These crows, this crow here, I don't know if this crow is helping or trying to tie the string tighter, but this person is helping themselves. This, with the 4 of Swords, this person has healed. Or at the very least, on a healing journey. This person has boundaries. There's certain things they're not going to allow. And not because they're trying to be controlling, but because they're protecting their peace, they're protecting their energy. Okay. What other cards can we get out here? I don't know. Because again, your girl didn't prepare for this portion of the reading. All right. Self-love, maybe empower yourself. Oh, maybe these. I don't know. All right, we'll do this one here, and maybe this one, and this one, definitely. Oh, you know what? How about we just do one from each? Just one. Te quiero fue cierta. One, babies. Que se te no quite. Echera no te ra here. Ecate no te quieras. Just one. Maybe we should pick it so we don't get... Yes. We're going to pick this one here. Self-esteem and self-confidence. What is your biggest fear? Have you ever tried to face it? This is... Oh, maybe we'll get a few more of these because these are questions. So these questions deal with your self-esteem and your self-confidence. What is your biggest fear? Have you ever tried to face it? I'm really thinking that therapy would be very beneficial for someone. Or at the very least, maybe even journaling. Because I guess therapy... I will never tell anyone not to go to therapy. You just have to find what works best for you. Even as far as getting a therapist that you resonate with, that you feel comfortable with, that you don't feel as if you're going to be going to them for 30 years and you're still going to them for 30 years. That it should be less that you're there than not more, and not for such an extended period of time. I feel like in terms of therapy should get you on a path where you are healed enough or feeling capable enough to start doing it all on your own. Just so that, what's that saying? Once you know better, you do better. Once you know better, people should do better, but you know better and you don't always do better. So it's kind of like once you start to know better, just so Diana, you learn a recipe, and before you learned the recipe, you had no idea what to do with this shit, what the ingredients. You were like, just give me the recipe, I'm gonna throw it together. Once you got the recipe, you did it that first time, and you understood what flavors are supposed to be in it, how you want it to be, where you want to tweak it. Now that you have the recipe and you've done it the first time, now the second time you can tweak it. Now the third time you could tweak it. By the time you have tweaked it to your perfection, it's not the same recipe. So that's how I feel like therapy should be. Where you shouldn't have to feel as if life is over if you're not there. That's just my personal opinion. So 3310 could be significant. We have self-esteem and confidence again. What is your most recent failure? What did you learn from it? These could be very important questions that anyone can ask themselves. We have self-knowledge and self-awareness. How is my emotional life? Can I be resilient? These could be questions that you put into a journal. And because if you're starting to journal these questions, if you're starting to ponder them, if you're starting to put them in the atmosphere, then the answers are going to come to you. They are. You just have to be aware. You have to be open to receiving. At the bottom, we have goals and life purpose. Think about your goals. What do you want? Why do you want to achieve them? Why do you want to achieve them? All right. Let us do this. I can never say the name of this deck. Dialectical behavior therapy skills. The number 32, 23, 33, or 8 can be significant. I'm only going to get 2 of these because these are a little... Boom. Oh, look, 29 and 39. Something about the number 10 is significant. A cycle closing, or a cycle is ending, or something is coming to an end. So both of these are emotional regulation skills. So number 29, overcome barriers to healthy emotions. Ask yourself, what am I thinking, feeling, and doing right now? How are they connected and influencing each other? If you're engaging in unhealthy thoughts or actions, ask yourself what the reward is. For example, do you get attention from others? Consider using healthier coping thoughts and alternative actions instead. Number 29 breaks down to 11, which speaks to something that you are trying to manifest. Then we have, number 39, which breaks down to 3, getting your mind, body, spirit together. We have use problem solving. Use the ABCs of problem solving. Alternatives, it's the letter A. Best ideas, the letter B. And commitment, the letter C. First, brainstorm alternative responses to your problematic thoughts and behaviors. Brainstorm alternative responses to your problematic thoughts and behaviors. Second, evaluate your list and choose the best ideas. Third, this must be most important. Third, identify the time and place to commit to trying your new response. Pick a problem and try problem solving today. So problem solving, a lot to do with confidence, self-awareness. What was this one? Emotional regulation. Ugh. Get there, no see. All right, we're gonna get just one of these. This is a self-compassion deck, and it's something that you can do for yourself or others, actually, to practice compassion, self-compassion. Mirror time. Boom. If you've made a mistake or fallen short in some way and the self-blame won't relent, go to a mirror. Yes, now. Look yourself in the eyes and say, I forgive you. So the need to forgive oneself is very important. I'm going to read the bottom of this one too. It says, name it and tame it. Bring to mind and body a situation that causes some stress or strife. Can you simply recognize and name it as you breathe your way through it? This is like bringing awareness to your emotions, more emotional stuff. Self-compassion, forgive yourself, which is very important. I was having a conversation with my best friend once, and I was talking about how I allowed things to happen in my life in the past. And she said that you were only able to make decisions off of the information that you knew. So, you know better, you do better. Hold on, please. I am back. My child needed some lavender oil. They were out in the backyard doing some yard stuff with their dad. And they both have come in here talking about mosquitoes tearing them up. So now I smell like hella lavender. Oh, lavender could be significant. It's a calming. Maybe it'll help someone sleep. Something about sleeping. I don't know where my glasses are. I took them off to help my child and now they're gone. Ain't this about a bitch? Alright, we're gonna have to wing it. We're gonna have to wing it. I forgot what I was saying, so there's that too. But forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Alright. sweet. Oh, look, number 23. And we said number 23 earlier was significant. Where was that? 32, with self-esteem and self-confidence. And now we have 23, mirroring energy. So, what is your biggest fear? Have you ever tried to face it? And this would be the corresponding affirmation for that. I am resilient. If my mood wavers, it doesn't stay that way permanently. I allow myself to feel my feelings until I can refocus my thoughts on the positive. I do not judge myself for being human. I am resilient. Again, with the forgiveness of self. And we're going to read the bottom, number 3. Mind, body, spirit. We said number 3 earlier. Where was the number 3 with this card here? Self-esteem and self-confidence. What is your most recent failure? What did you learn from it? Corresponding with that energy. I am whole. I am perfectly created. I am a wonderfully unique individual. Every lesson I have learned, every risk I have taken, and every achievement I have made contributed to who I am. Because of that, I am whole. Just so they no feel. It's like understanding with this failure card. I am whole. You did what you did with the information you had. Now you can do better with more knowledge, with more wisdom, with more understanding of self. So, okay. That is all. I hope this reading was helpful. I appreciate you guys for listening, for viewing, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing. I appreciate everything. So, thank you again. I hope you guys have an awesome freaking evening. Bye.